7 p.m. on June 16th, all on KSPN Channel 2. Tonight's show is made possible by a group of concerned citizens, and of course the topic of discussion is rebuttal to the proposed National Marine Monument by Pew Charitable Trust, in particular the Pew Environment Group. And so tonight, please join us for 1 hour's interactive discussion. You can call us at 287-4230. That's 287-4230. You can also email us at johngonzalez@pticom.com. And of course, you can make your fingers do the walking by texting us tonight. You can do that at 285-META, 285-META. That's 6382. And of course, together with the Wi-Fi internet card, that's all courtesy of pticom.com, and that's the CNMI's wireless leader and our connection to the world. I'm in the network. Are you? Please join us tonight. We, of course, thank our many other sponsors. We welcome 2 more new sponsors tonight. Thank you, because this show is for you, because you deserve to know what's happening here in the CNMI. God bless. Tonight, we welcome our guests from the farthest left of your screen. And of course, is the Director for DEQ, Division of Environmental Quality. Malazata bienvenidos y luta yash buish si Frank Rebauliman. Located Luta, the Director for Division of Fish and Wildlife, Mr. Sylvan O. Igisomar. Welcome.
Thank you.
And last but not the least, joining us in the first panel is none other than the doc himself, Dr. John Joyner. He is the current administrator for the Coastal Resources Management Office, CRMO. Half a day.
Half a day.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, on the second panel of the discussion, we'll be joined by the former administrator for CRMO, and of course, the former chief of marine resources, Mr. Joaquin C. Villagomez. That's Jack Villagomez, for your information. So please join us in the next half hour. We begin our discussion tonight with Pew National Monument as proposed. Let's begin. Obviously, the Pew Charitable Trust, the Environment Group, was on the same panel or the table on the show a couple of weeks ago, at which time they educated the public about what was the principal objective of the proposal as such, and they went into depth with respect to giving the opportunity for the local people, the residents of the CNMI, to participate around the table, and other issues. Let's begin by putting in perspective what is the CNMI government's, therefore the people's, principal concerns with respect to the proposed National Marine Monument.
Thanks, John. As you can see behind us, the picture is loud and clear. The message is clear. There is no need for a national monument here. What we have here in the CNMI is working, and so we don't see the need to have a declaration by the President of our northernmost islands and the waters surrounding as a national monument.
Okay.
John, I guess,
Mr. Balaman?
if I may, the proposal is such that through a proclamation, there's going to be a monument established to the islands of the north, and I believe the leaders, namely the legislature as well as the governor, had came out clearly through a letter to the Pew Group, as well as through a resolution stating its position as far as not at this point with respect to the information that we now have available. So I would like to first state that we are in the resource agencies, and of course we are pro preservation and pro conservation in our islands. But the fact of the matter is, in this particular proposal, it outweighs totally what we're actually being asked to give up versus what we stand to realize. So with that, I believe that there is room for further discussion in looking at what available information we have. But at this point, the way it's going, with the lack of actual data and information from the federal end, what is on the table at this point in time is at least not a viable proposal as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, in the minds of CRM and the government, obviously, what is your interpretation of the proposal as presented by the Pew Charitable Trust? And as such, what would you want to see alternatively?
What you said earlier in the introduction, Johnny, is that a couple of weeks ago there was, according to you, some education that was presented by the Pew representatives. I think it's important for us to know that that was truly not education, but it was marketing. And that marketing was an advertising of an idea and a proposal that does not come from fact. They're saying that we need to be assisted in our protection and conservation of the northern area. And yet, they also then tell you and us that they're so pleased with how pristine those waters are, that they are amazed and awed by the manner in which the variety of life that is there. That variety and that pristineness has come from the way in which we have managed that resource. We have managed it on our own without the need for assistance from anyone else. It is in recognition of the excellence of our management that they have been motivated to ask to become a part of it. One of the factors of our concerned citizens is that the manner in which they're asking to become a part is to remove our involvement in the decision-making of the continued management of that resource. Now, it's called something called co-management. Now we have total management. Now, what does co-management mean? They say that we are then provided a seat at the table. I have difficulty understanding how being provided a seat at my own table provides co-management. It means giving up something. It means giving up and you get, as Mr. Rebolman has said. How is it that we give up and you gain, and yet it's to our benefit?
Okay, you obviously the buzzword is giving up and in return for something else. In your interpretation, what is the proposal seeking for us to give up? And then what is it and why is it that the Pew is so, I guess, maybe for lack of a better term, gung-ho about the proposal? And again, we want to get to the...
John, what you're giving up your past, your present, and our future. That's what you're giving up. And we're told that that's really not the case. We're protecting it for you, as though we need that protection. There was a story that we looked at in terms of contribution and total commitment. They're asking that of us, and I'm wondering if indeed that story might be appropriate now. You are aware that on many menus there is an item, a dish that's called ham and eggs. Ham and eggs, that's a common dish that's offered for breakfast. Well, one day, the pig and the chicken saw that sign, and the chicken was very excited about it. Hey, that's us! We have to do with that. We're important. And the pig was rather insistent in having the hen know that, yes, you are making a contribution to ham and eggs, but for me to participate is total commitment. The egg contributes, but the ham, the pig had to give total commitment. Well, now what Pew is asking is saying that we are to contribute. No. They're asking a total commitment from us.
Okay. All right. Well,